Hello and welcome to episode number 67 of WITM, where we are going to have main event women's action on NXT as our two WITM women, the NXT Women's Champion Serena and Anna, go head to head. But first, we have a promo featuring our two WITM ladies. Alright, Anna is making her way to the ring. Let's listen in on what she has to say. Alright, Anna speaks. You know, I find it real cute how Serena comes down here talking about making history each and every week. I mean, who is she even? You all seem to conveniently forget that I've already made history. I'm the youngest woman ever to hold the Divas Championship and the NXT Women's Championship simultaneously. I am bound to make history repeat itself, so here's how it's going down, Serena. Just make it to a picture here where they're both holding the mic. Alright, that's good enough. Serena responds, "You know, I'm not all that surprised that you were able to make history in the era of the diva. But this isn't the era of the diva anymore. This is the era of the women's wrestler. You may have made history before, but if the past few months have proved anything, it's the fact that you haven't been able to thrive in the era of women's wrestling. So keep on clinging to the past, because you're looking at the present and future of women's wrestling right here." Anna responds, "Again, that's really cute. But anyways, let me continue what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. Before you can try to make history at SummerSlam, you have to defend that NXT Women's title at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in 2.5 weeks. So I'm thinking tonight, I give you a preview of that night, where I'm going to make history as the first 3-time NXT Women's Champion. Then, I'll go back where I belong, on Raw, and I'll win the Raw Women's Championship, and I will become the youngest woman to hold both the Raw Women's Championship and the NXT Women's Championship at the same time." Serena responds, "We'll see about that. Tonight, we finally meet one-on-one, and I'll make clear the difference between a women's champion and a diva." And Anna slaps Serena, they brawl in the ring, and that sets the stage for our match, which is Serena versus Anna in the main event here in episode 67. Alright, so let's get this edition of NXT started.
And what a lineup on this card, starting with a bang. Tag team action on the way. We have a team led by one of our breakout talents in a match for the record books.
All right. In the opening match, hashtag DIY defeats Nice and Gulak. Breezango defeats TM61. The Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger defeats a wrestler who also in the future will have an official model, defeats Andre Cien Almas. The NXT Tag Team Champions Enzo and Cass defeat the Revival. Two cruiserweights go head-to-head. Brian Kendrick defeats Adewa Tommy, Falls Count Anywhere. NXT champion Oni Lorcan gets a non-title victory over Noam Dar. And here we go with our main event match. I believe this is the first main event for both women here in Season 3. Our two WITM women clash, Serena and Anna. Let's take a look at the rankings real quick before we get into that match. If Anna picks up this victory, she will move up 2 slots in the NXT Women's Championship rankings, closing in on NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, where, as Anna said, Serena will have to first defend her NXT Women's Championship before she can attempt to make history at SummerSlam.
The time has come for the main event. Singles action coming your way.
I wanted to look at the rankings. I don't know why it's not allowing me to do that. Alright, well, whatever. We'll have to check them after the match then.
Finally, the main event. Sit tight for singles action. Coming up next, we have a real fan favorite in a match that will be etched in the record books.
Alright, so we'll get to the match then. NXT Women's Champion Serena versus Anna, our two WITM women clash in a match with potential #1 contendership implications. Anna looking to pick up a non-title victory over Serena and move up another 2 spots in the rankings, as she did in the Fatal 4-Way she won a few weeks ago. So here we go. Serena versus Anna in the main event here in episode 67 of NXT. Or of WITM, but
hold on to your seats. We have
in the main event of NXT.
Coming up next. I'm looking forward to it. We have one of the best talents on the roster to date, taking on some tough competition. It's going to be great.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Grand Rapids, Michigan, the NXT Women's Champion, Serena.
You can feel the intensity level inside the arena rising. You know, she told me earlier today that she will not stop until she is the absolute best diva this industry has ever seen.
And her opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Anna.
I don't think there's anything more exciting than a WWE singles match. I love them. This is going to be a great one. Man, I can't wait to see these two square off in one-on-one action.
All right, so here we go. These two women met twice already in the past.
This is a one-on-one
in
matchup, and I don't think I have to remind anyone what's on the line here. Have you guys
the
seen
match
all
that
the
saw
trash
Serena
talk
become
on
NXT
social
Women's
media lately?
Champion.
Let's just say some things were said there
That also, of course, included
make
the
us
at the
blush,
time Women's
and
Champion
the party
Emma.
has officially
And
begun.
in a Fatal
Regardless,
4-Way a couple
we
weeks
and the
ago,
rest
that
of the
included
WWE world are in
Naomi
for
and
a
Ember
night to
Moon, that
remember.
saw Anna pick up the victory and the
In
important
full control.
2 spots in NXT Women's Championship rankings. This is the first time Serena and Anna go head-to-head. Of course, with important implications in the rankings as we approach one of the biggest events, if not the biggest events, for NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in 2.5 weeks. Swinging neck breaker by Serena. Submission locked in.
Wait a minute.
Anna is able to free herself with the knee. Kick to the stomach. Reversal by Serena. Slap by Anna. Serena going for an axe handle. Anna tried to reverse, but Serena with a nice reversal of her own. Forces Anna on her stomach. Back to her back. Elbow drop to the leg. And now a series of strikes to the ankle.
She has some reason to be concerned here. Nothing she can't fire back from, though.
Keep in mind, though, neither one of these divas has shown signs of pulling
Well,
away.
Serena have in
What
mind
a
here,
close
coming from the
match.
middle rope.
Yeah.
Going for a fist drop, but Anna saw it coming and was able to evade. Anna tried to punch, reversal by Serena, forces Anna on the apron. Neck breaker from the middle rope. And Serena goes for cover. We're going to make quick work of Anna.
And she kicks out. Yes, she does. With authority.
But Anna powers out at 2. Looking for the ground elbow strikes, but Anna is able to turn Serena over and reverse it. Facebuster. Anna looking for a submission. Can she make the NXT Women's Champion tap? No, Serena is able to break the hold. Forces Anna to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. Punch by Serena forces Anna to the top turnbuckle. Top rope DDT.
Look at the attack here. Oh man, talk about a direct hit.
Forces Anna to her feet. She's thinking chick kick. It connects. Center of the ring. Is this going to put Anna away? No, Serena looks not to go for the cover yet. And that could cost her as Anna reverses. But Serena with a very nice reversal of her own. Forces Anna to her feet. Onto the ropes. Is she thinking Serena's fear? Adopted. No, she's thinking middle rope splash. Or rather, sorry, middle rope drop kick. And we're outside the ring as that handy ringside camera kicks in.
And here she goes, back inside.
Anna gets back into the ring.
Back in the ring again.
Now Serena joins her. Anna waits with a stomp. Serena answers with a punch and a roundhouse. Swinging neck breaker. Reversal by Anna.
Oh, great reversal.
Serena dodges the knee. Neck breaker. Forces Anna towards the center of the ring. Goes for cover. And Anna powers out at 2.
Well, she's got a tremendous amount of resilience, so I think she's got something left here.
Elbow strike to the head. Forces Anna to her feet.
And there's the reversal.
Reversal by Anna.
Punch
Punch to the stomach. Nice kick there by Serena and followed up by a punch, forcing Anna in the corner. Now what does Serena have in mind? Slams the head of Anna into that top turnbuckle. Forces her center of the ring.
Another amazing singles contest.
Series of knee strikes to the head of Anna.
The WWE Universe.
Goes for a cover. And Anna powers out at 2.
I have no idea what's keeping this competitor going. It's simply amazing.
Oh, it doesn't get any closer to 3.
Reversal by Anna.
Oh no, trying to put her away. Wow, that's gotta be
That big exploding suplex into the ropes by Anna.
She doesn't want this lack of momentum to snowball.
Anna may have been thinking sliced bread, but Serena is able to reverse. Swinging neck breaker. Stomp to the head. Drop kick to the head. Serena goes for a cover. Anna powers out at 2.
She sure did. What an amazing display of resiliency.
Series of elbow strikes to the head of Anna. Serena low on stamina, taking some time to recover. Serena biding her time. Forces Anna to her feet, but Anna is going to reverse. Very nice DDT there by Anna. Stomp to the hip. Going for a submission. Camel clutch locked in.
And this heartless attack continues.
Oh man, this is getting tough to watch.
Anna rolls outside the ring. She has a sledgehammer. This is not a no disqualification match. If she uses that sledgehammer, she'll be disqualified, and she gets the disqualification. So Anna looking to send a message to the NXT Women's Champion. But that is going to cost her. Alright, so not the best decision, I don't think, for Anna. She is not going to get those important 2 slots up in the rankings. She will move down 1. Serena is your victor via disqualification. Alright, so we've seen some interesting things turn up. We see Anna getting herself disqualified in an important match, but trying to send a message to Serena, attacking her with that sledgehammer we saw, and then of course we saw the jump attack by Hideo Itami and one of the Bollywood boys on Andrew on the last 205 Live, so some unexpected things coming up lately here in WITM. Alright, so we move on to our next event, which is the Raw portion of main event. Will we see Serena in action again? And now we will go ahead and take a look at the NXT Women's Championship rankings. Anna set at... She probably moved down already as a result of that match. So Anna was sitting at 5. She would have moved up to 3. But with the loss via disqualification, she sits at 6 and will likely move down to 7. Pretty much making it nearly impossible for her to get a women's title shot against Serena at TakeOver Brooklyn. Alright, let's take a look at our card for main event Raw. Will we see Serena in action? We have a promo from Serena. And then Enzo and Cass take on Gallows and Anderson. Miz takes on Dolph Ziggler. And we will see Serena in action against Natalya. And the first call-up from the Raw from NXT that we had in Season 3, Liv Morgan. So that is going to do it for episode number 67. Until 68, this is Corey, signing off.